Welcome to KLE College of Education, Ankola. My name is Rajesh A. Naik. I am B.Ed first year student. Today we will see about the topic respiration. Respiration is defined as the process of biochemical oxidation of nutrients at cellular level, where food reacts with oxygen giving rise to carbon dioxide, water and energy. Organic substance undergoing oxidative breakdown is called as respiratory substrate. For respiratory substance, the example is glucose. There are usually two types of respiration. First one is the aerobic respiration and second one is the anaerobic respiration. Where aerobic respiration means the process in which large amount of energy is released in the presence of oxygen from the breakdown of food substances. It is called as aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, the glucose molecule that is C6H12O6 reacts with the oxygen molecule that is O2 giving rise to 6CO2 that is carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Here the energy is released in the form of ATP. Anaerobic respiration is a respiratory process in which small amount of energy is released in the absence of oxygen. Example, you can take muscle cell. Anaerobic respiration is termed as fermentation in microorganisms. On the basis of product formed, it is termed as first is the alcoholic fermentation and second one is the lactic acid fermentation. Now in case of alcoholic fermentation, an incomplete breakdown of sugar into ethanol and carbon dioxide to release energy takes place. Here glucose in presence of cytoplasma gives rise to pyruvate and energy, whereas in absence of oxygen it gives ethanol, carbon dioxide and ATP. In case of lactic acid fermentation, the process of incomplete breakdown of sugar into lactic acid and energy takes place, where glucose gives rise to pyruvate and energy. In the lack of oxygen, lactic acid and 2 ATP molecules takes place. When it comes to the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration takes place in presence of oxygen and anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration, the complete oxidation of glucose takes place. In anaerobic respiration, the glucose molecule is incompletely oxidized. A lot of energy is liberated in case of aerobic respiration. A relatively small amount of energy is released in case of anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in plants and animal cells, whereas anaerobic respiration, only some bacteria and human muscle cells takes place. The reaction of both is given in the figure. When it comes to the stages of the respiration is usually divided into external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration, there are two types. One is the breathing and second one is the gaseous exchange. In breathing, it is a process of taking the required gas and giving out waste or unrequired gas is known as breathing. Whereas in gaseous exchange, it involves diffusion of oxygen from the lungs to the blood and carbon dioxide from blood to the lungs. Whereas in case of internal respiration, there are two types. The first one is the aerobic respiration and second one is the anaerobic respiration. When it comes to the gaseous exchange in plants, the gaseous exchange in plants occurs through the stomata in the leaves. The gases moves from diffusion, that is from an area of higher concentration to the lower concentration. During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide enters the leaf and oxygen exits the leaf. During respiration, oxygen enters the leaf and carbon dioxide exits the leaf. The mechanism of gaseous exchange in plants takes place by plants' roots, stems, and leaves. The gaseous exchange also takes place in case of the humans. Specific respiratory surface is involved. The external gills is involved in some salamander and all, and in scorpio where it is internal gills are involved. Whereas in case of rabbit and all, the lungs are involved. Similarly, in case of many arthropods, that is grasshopper and all, the trachea is involved which helps in the gaseous exchange. So thank you.